Well, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at yet another run of the ScaleTrains.com ET44AC Tier 4 GEVOs is what these are. ET44AC is designated for UP, ET44AH for CSX, and ET44C4 for BNSF. We're going to see what the updated specs are on these, some of the improvements from previous runs, changes, and differences that they have modeled from the real thing. MSRP on this, or retail, is $209.99 without sound. It operates in DC. The selling price is $169.99. But for the ESU LOKSound equipped locomotives like you see in today's video, retails $324.99 and their selling price is $259.99. So let's dig in now. I've chosen the CSX version for unboxing because CSX doesn't get much love on my channel, and a lot of people have asked for more CSX love on my channel, so here is a little nod to you guys, CSX modelers. 3-page manual, just folds out like that. Got the locomotive itself. Going to unbox. Basic blister packaging here, no changes there. Try to pick this up by the brunt of it here. You got those truck immobilizers, I call them. You gotta be careful not to have a locomotive fall down on you. Go on its side. It's out of the box there. We'll pull out the foam, dig in. Alright, a little history of this Spirit of Ravenna, which is on the nose art here. This locomotive was used to kind of commemorate the Kentucky Steam Corporation kicking off of restoring a steam locomotive. They used this in the opening ceremonies. I'd seen that online. Thought it was pretty neat. Wanted to show you guys this version of the CSX Tier 4. So this round of locomotives has a few changes from the previous round, and we'll just show you a quick rundown of the features without getting into too much detail, because you can always look at my first review for the pull tests and all that. But you've got your metal couplers here, silver tipped accessory hoses, and brake lines, MU receptacle with the MU line running across there. Ditch lights and headlight are LEDs. Handrails are plastic, as you saw during the unboxing. Some of them popped out of some of the stanchions popped out of their holes. Put those back in. Got really finely detailed windshield wipers in place here. So I thought I was missing one, but it's there. Just so finely detailed, hard to tell. Sand filler hatch on the nose on each side, and separately applied grabs. Spirit of Ravenna, as you see right there, is on the side. 3440 with the lightning bolt. And there's a cab interior detail with a little bit of cab tint, window tint, and on the hood there is the updated antenna array. So this is the angled exhaust version. I'll get to that in a minute. As you see the CSX boxcar logo on the side. Another improvement is the X bracing on the radiator section is a little more pronounced. We can zoom in on that a bit. So you can see that stands out quite a bit from the previous run of these locomotives. You do have truck bracing, truck chain detail below, E-bell mounted just out of sight here in front of the fuel tank, emergency shutoff on the fuel tank along with sight glass, and a ton of truck detail. Here's a better look at the X bracing on the radiator section and the rear of the locomotive altogether. As you see, that was painted like a light gray, so it contrasts better and shows the locomotive features better. We'll swing this around now. Take a look at that heavy hood rear end going on this thing. You see all the detail, coupler cut levers, spur knuckle couplers, accessory hoses, MU receptacle on the back end. Again, LED lighting, sand filler hatch back there. Then up on this side you see more of the truck chain detail, which is plastic. And it is in place, so when you remove the shell, there's nothing to disconnect. Going up to the exhaust, this is the first time with angled exhaust on these Tier 4s from scale trains. So you can see the angled exhaust there. The other exhaust is blocked off, covering this part of the exhaust on the first run and the first few off the production line of these Tier 4s. More see-through detail over here, which is really nice on these grills. And on the front, back to the nose, you can see that Spirit of Ravenna. I will zoom in on that for you guys that want to see quality of detail. Whoops, past infinity focus. There we go. Quality of detail. L&N Spirit of Ravenna there. You see the little Kentucky Steam logo right below that too. So that's it for a 360 of the CSX version. I'll talk about a UP version real quick and we'll move on. Okay, a real quick look at UP. The first thing you may notice is there's a color change. So updated UP yellow colors. Have gotten some viewer comments asking questions about the walkways and the nose, that really light color there. They took paint samplings from the production locomotives before weathering and stuff could occur. So this is the out of the factory color for these walkways and the nose. And then if you want to make it look more like it's weathered, where they get darker from people walking on them and all the dust and dirt collecting, you'll have to go through and do that yourself. But model companies have usually always delivered models as delivered from the factory, which is why you see this very light color on the walkways, nose, and such. So for UP, they did the same thing. You've got angled exhaust. You have a more detailed X bracing, which I'll show you in a minute. All the same details we talked about in the front. One difference, though, is that the nose door doesn't have a window in this case, because they do model the road numbers that do have a window on the nose door and the ones that don't. So that's part of the road number specific detail and road name specific detail they offer. Obviously different PTC antenna array because this is UP specific. Lit number boards, lit headlights and ditch lights, all LEDs as we talked about before. Quick side view here. You can see the updated yellow and the X bracing there. Maybe you can see the yellow and gray differences there. So try to split this a little further apart. And there you have new version, older version back there. So as you can see, the walkways were gray on the old version. They went with the original color on the new version. So another angle for just your color perception there. These up here I think are going to be better for weathering, the newer versions. I could be wrong. But just these two running together show you the difference between UP yellow and how different lighting, different weathering effects can change that. So angled exhaust, this is also a good example of showing you the angled exhaust versus the blocked off. That's completely flat there, angled there. And X bracing is more pronounced on this, as you can see, that X bracing right there. Where if I remove this and we go look at the other one, it's a lot harder to see. So there's some of the updated changes on the UP version. Just wanted to show you those with an earlier run versus this run. And we will swing this around back to the front. Give you yet another view. Again, new, old. So angled exhaust, no angled exhaust. Let's check out the last scheme, which is BNSF. Now when I say last scheme, this is the last scheme that I have to show you, but on this run includes Navajo Mining, which is a small railroad, and then you've got Norfolk Southern as well, and Canadian National that we didn't show in this run. But this is BNSF, more of the same. Nothing really to talk about that we haven't talked about in the other ones. So I'll just do the Vanna White here so you can see the pronounced X bracing, the angled exhaust. As they say on Seinfeld, yada yada yada. Alright, here's a quick family portrait to cover some of the things I didn't talk about. They have rotating bearing caps, lots of etched metal all over this thing, tons of etched metal grating and see-through detail. So give you guys a quick 360 of all three of these, and then we're on to operation. Took a little more time on the details because we won't be doing pull test and we won't be doing coupler height because we ran those tests before. So check my first review for all the specs. Alright, we're going to fire it up with F8. Alright, it took me a second to get the headlight going. I don't know if it was just still in startup mode or whatever, but here's the bell. Horn. It's the bell auto triggers with the horn. Now this new version of Tier 4 comes with a new version of LOKSound. It's version 5 of the decoder. It also includes twin sugar cube speakers, and it comes with a super capacitor. So all the power interruptions from dirty track and stuff are not a problem. This thing will hang on for several seconds without track power. We're going to move this, since we did a full review before, skipping through a lot of the sounds. Wanted you to hear the basics though. We'll check basic motor control, speed step 1. It's crawling along pretty well. 2. 3. 4. 'Reverse here. 1. 2. 'Jump to 4 for a second. There's 3. 4. And 5. So nice and smooth on the movement of the locomotive. I'll show you a quick look at the loco at night. At the dark so you can see the lit number boards. We're going to wrap this up and just leave you with a run by. So very nice color temperature to the LEDs. The nose light itself looks like a bulb, but it's not. So they did a great job there. And the number boards are evenly lit. There's no shine through that I can see. Oscillation of the lighting is good. It's correct for CSX. UP doesn't flash, which is good because I checked that on the model off camera. So that's going to be about it. We'll leave you with a run by of all three of these guys. I'll just put them together. And we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.